Three weather systems are colliding over America right now, and the third one arriving Valentine Day week could be the most significant storm of February. But what's happening in the next 6 hours will catch millions of people completely off guard. I've been analyzing the latest model data, and there's a critical window tonight between 6 p.m. and midnight where snow will transition as far south as North Carolina. And that's just the beginning. At the 2-minute mark, I am going to show you the exact timeline for over 70 cities. And at the 7-minute mark, I'll reveal why next week's temperature swing is setting up something potentially historic. If you want to know when this impacts your specific location, comment your city below right now and I'll give you personalized timing details. Let me start with the immediate threat because time is running out for preparation. As I'm recording this Wednesday afternoon, February 5th, 2026, moisture is streaming northward from the Gulf of Mexico. Rain is falling right now across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. But here's what's about to happen that changes everything. Arctic air is diving south at this very moment. The collision point is the Virginia-North Carolina border, and it's going to happen fast. Faster than many people realize. Pensacola, Florida, your rain continues through 8 p.m. tonight before tapering off. No winter weather for you, but it is going to get much colder behind this system. Tallahassee, rain ends around 9 p.m. Wednesday evening. Temperatures drop from the 50s into the 30s overnight. Jacksonville, Florida, rain through 10 p.m. tonight. By Thursday morning, you will wake up to temperatures in the low 30s. Savannah, Georgia, here's where it gets interesting. Rain continues until 11 p.m. Wednesday, but temperatures are going to drop fast. We could see a brief period of sleet or snow between midnight and 2 a.m. Thursday morning. Don T. expect accumulation, but you might see a few flakes mixed in. Charleston, South Carolina, rain transitions to a rain-snow mix between midnight and 3 a.m. Thursday. The ground is too warm for accumulation, but this will be a close call. If temperatures drop faster than expected, we could see a coating on grassy areas. Columbia, South Carolina, this is where the changeover becomes more likely. Rain ends between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. Wednesday. Between midnight and 4 a.m. Thursday, expect periods of snow with a coating to 1 inch possible on grassy surfaces and car tops. Roads should stay mostly wet, but bridges and overpasses could become slick. Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is critical timing. Rain continues until 9 p.m. Wednesday evening. Between 9:30 p.m. Wednesday and 4 a.m. Thursday, snow develops. The heaviest period will be between midnight and 3 a.m. Thursday morning. Expect a coating to 1 inch on elevated surfaces. The morning commute Thursday could be impacted on bridges and overpasses where temperatures drop below freezing. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and High Point, North Carolina, your timing is similar to Charlotte. Snow between 10 p.m. Wednesday and 5 a.m. Thursday with accumulations of a coating to 1.5 inches on grassy areas. Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill, this is a key area to watch. Snow begins around 8:30 p.m. Wednesday and continues through 6 a.m. Thursday. The heaviest snow falls between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Thursday morning. Accumulations of 1 to 2 inches are likely on grass, cars, and elevated surfaces. Some secondary roads and neighborhoods could see slick spots Thursday morning. Fayetteville, North Carolina, snow begins around 9 p.m. Wednesday and continues through 5 a.m. Thursday. Expect a coating to 1 inch with the best chance of seeing that inch in areas north of the city. Wilmington and the coastal areas of North Carolina, you're in a trickier situation. This could be rain, sleet, or snow depending on exact temperatures. Current thinking is mainly rain changing to sleet between midnight and 3 a.m. Thursday, then possibly ending as snow between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. Thursday. Minimal accumulation expected, but slick spots are possible. Now here's something crucial that affects Interstate 95 from Richmond down to Fayetteville. Between midnight Wednesday and sunrise Thursday, there will be a narrow zone where freezing rain is possible. We're not talking about a major ice storm, but a light glaze is possible. Rocky Mount, Wilson, and Greenville, North Carolina, this is your zone of concern. Between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. Thursday, watch for a light glaze of ice, especially on bridges, overpasses, and elevated surfaces. It won't be enough to bring down trees or power lines, but it's enough to make roads dangerous. Norfolk and Virginia Beach, you are right on the line. Snow begins around 10 p.m. Wednesday with a possible mix of sleet. The changeover to all snow happens around midnight. Snow continues through 4 a.m. Thursday with accumulations of 0.5 inch to 1.5 inches on grassy surfaces. The Virginia Beach oceanfront will see less, probably just a coating. Richmond, Virginia, snow develops between 9 p.m. Wednesday and 10 p.m. Wednesday. Continues through 3 a.m. Thursday. Accumulations of 1 to 2 inches on grass and elevated surfaces. Thursday morning commute could be tricky in spots. Danville, Virginia, you are in the sweet spot for this system. Snow begins around 7 p.m. Wednesday evening, earlier than most locations. Continues through 4 a.m. Thursday. Accumulations of 1.5 to 3 inches likely, with the higher amounts in elevated areas south of the city. Now let me jump to an area that many people aren't paying enough attention to. The mountains of North Carolina and the Tri-Cities of Tennessee. Asheville, North Carolina, snow begins around 5 p.m. Wednesday, and this is going to be a prolonged event for you. Snow continues intermittently through Thursday morning. Accumulations of 2 to 4 inches are likely in the city, with 4 to 6 inches possible in higher elevations around the area. The parkway will be impassable. Boone, North Carolina, similar timing to Asheville but heavier amounts. 3 to 5 inches in town with 6 to 8 inches at higher elevations. Johnson City, Kingsport, and Bristol in Tennessee, pay close attention. Snow begins between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Wednesday evening. This is rush hour, so if you recommuting, leave work early. Snow continues through sunrise Thursday with accumulations of 2 to 4 inches likely. Some models are showing even higher amounts, possibly 4 to 6 inches in the higher terrain around the Tri-Cities. Knoxville, Tennessee, URE on the western fringe but still in play. Scattered snow showers between 7 p.m. Wednesday and 3 a.m. Thursday. Accumulations will be light, mainly a coating to half an inch, but localized areas could see up to 1 inch. Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains, heavy snow overnight. 3 to 6 inches likely at higher elevations. Chattanooga, Tennessee, you will see some snow showers Wednesday evening into early Thursday, but accumulations will be minimal, mainly a coating. Now, before I get to the Midwest and Northeast snow coming Friday and Saturday, let me tell you about the dangerous cold arriving this weekend. And this is not an exaggeration. This is going to be some of the coldest air of the entire winter season. The core of the Arctic air mass arrives Saturday, and it's coming straight from northern Canada. We talking about air that originated near the Arctic Circle. Let me give you Saturday morning low temperatures, and these numbers are shocking. International Falls, Minnesota, Saturday morning low of negative 25 degrees. Wind chills will be negative 45 to negative 50 degrees. This is dangerous. Frostbite can occur in less than 10 minutes with these wind chills. Duluth, Minnesota, Saturday morning low of negative 18 degrees. Wind chills approaching negative 40 degrees. Minneapolis and St. Paul, Saturday morning low of negative 15 degrees. Wind chills between negative 35 and negative 40 degrees. This is the coldest morning since early January. Rochester, Minnesota, Saturday morning low of negative 12 degrees. Fargo, North Dakota, Saturday morning low of negative 22 degrees. Wind chills near negative 45 degrees. Grand Forks, North Dakota, Saturday morning low of negative 24 degrees. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, negative 14 degrees Saturday morning with wind chills around negative 35 degrees. Aberdeen, South Dakota, negative 17 degrees. Now, as this air pushes south and east, it moderates a bit, but it's still dangerously cold. Green Bay, Wisconsin, Saturday morning low of negative 10 degrees. Wind chills around negative 25 degrees. Madison, Wisconsin, negative 7 degrees Saturday morning. Milwaukee, negative 5 degrees Saturday morning. Coldest of the season so far. Chicago, and this includes the entire metro area from Joliet to Waukegan. Saturday morning, low of negative 6 degrees. Wind chills will be negative 20 to negative 25 degrees. The lakefront will be brutal with winds off Lake Michigan, Peoria, Illinois. Saturday morning, low of negative 4 degrees. Springfield, Illinois, Saturday morning, low of 0 degrees. Des Moines, Iowa, negative 9 degrees. Saturday morning with wind chills near negative 25 degrees. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, negative 11 degrees. Davenport and the Quad Cities, negative 8 degrees Saturday morning. Omaha, Nebraska, negative 7 degrees with wind chills around negative 20 degrees. Lincoln, Nebraska, negative 5 degrees. Sioux City, Iowa, negative 12 degrees. Now watch what happens as this air continues east. Grand Rapids, Michigan, Saturday morning, low of -2 degrees with wind chills near -15 degrees. Detroit, 0 degrees Saturday morning. Wind chills around -15 degrees. Lansing, Michigan, -1 degree Saturday morning. Flint, Michigan, -3 degrees. Saginaw, -4 degrees. Toledo, Ohio, 2 degrees Saturday morning. Cleveland, 4 degrees Saturday morning, but wind chills near -10 degrees with winds off Lake Erie. Akron, Ohio, 3 degrees. Youngstown, Ohio, 1 degree. Columbus, Ohio, 6 degrees Saturday morning. Coldest morning since the major winter storm. Dayton, Ohio, 5 degrees. Cincinnati, 7 degrees Saturday morning. Indianapolis, 5 degrees with wind chills near -10 degrees. Fort Wayne, Indiana, 2 degrees. South Bend, Indiana, -1 degree. Evansville, Indiana, 12 degrees. Even southern Indiana will be in the deep freeze. Louisville, Kentucky, 14 degrees Saturday morning. Lexington, Kentucky, 13 degrees. Now here's where it gets really interesting, and this is the plot twist I promised you. Right after this brutal Arctic blast, we're going to see one of the most dramatic temperature swings of the entire winter. By Wednesday of next week, temperatures will be 30 to 40 degrees warmer than Saturday. And this isn't just a modest warm-up. This is a complete pattern flip that's going to set the stage for a potentially significant storm system. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let me first cover the Friday into Saturday snow event for the Midwest and Northeast, because this is going to impact travel plans for millions of people. A clipper system dives out of Canada Friday morning and tracks across the Great Lakes Friday afternoon and evening. This system then transfers energy to a coastal low Saturday, and while the coastal low stays far enough offshore to spare major cities a big hit, it does bring enhanced snowfall to interior areas. Let me give you the timing and snow amounts city by city. Marquette, Michigan, snow begins Friday morning around 8 a.m., continues through Friday evening. Lake effect enhancement brings totals of 5 to 9 inches. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, similar timing. Snow Friday morning through Friday evening with 5 to 8 inches. Traverse City, Michigan, snow begins Friday around 10 a.m., continues through Saturday morning, 4 to 7 inches with lake enhancement. Grand Rapids, snow begins Friday morning around 9 a.m. This is going to impact the Friday morning commute. Snow continues through Saturday afternoon, accumulations of 4 to 7 inches likely. Kalamazoo, similar timing to Grand Rapids, 4 to 6 inches. Detroit, snow begins Friday around 1 p.m. The Friday afternoon and evening commute will be impacted. Snow continues through Saturday morning with accumulations of 3 to 5 inches in the metro area. Southern suburbs could see 4 to 6 inches. Flint, snow begins Friday morning around 11 a.m., continues through Saturday morning, 4 to 6 inches. Saginaw and Bay City, snow Friday late morning through Saturday morning, 4 to 7 inches. Milwaukee, snow begins Friday afternoon around 2 p.m. Friday evening commute will be messy. Snow continues through Saturday morning, accumulations of 2 to 4 inches in the metro area with higher amounts in northern suburbs. Green Bay, snow begins Friday around noon. Continues through Saturday morning, 3 to 5 inches. Appleton, similar to Green Bay, 3 to 5 inches. Madison, snow begins Friday afternoon around 3 p.m. Continues through early Saturday, 2 to 4 inches. La Crosse, Wisconsin, snow Friday afternoon and evening, 2 to 3 inches. Chicago, and this is important for anyone with Friday evening plans, snow begins around 3 p.m. Friday. The evening commute will be impacted. Snow continues through Saturday morning. Accumulations of 2 to 4 inches in the city, higher amounts in northern and western suburbs. O'Hare could see 4 to 5 inches. Rockford, Illinois, snow begins Friday early afternoon. Continues through Saturday morning, 3 to 5 inches. Now let us jump to upstate New York and New England, where this system really intensifies. Buffalo, snow begins Friday late afternoon around 5 p.m. Lake effect kicks in Friday night and continues through Sunday. The initial system brings 3 to 5 inches, then lake effect adds another 4 to 8 inches in the most persistent bands south of the city. Some locations could see over a foot of total accumulation from Friday through Sunday. Rochester, snow begins Friday around 4 p.m. Continues through Saturday with lake enhancement Saturday afternoon and evening. Initial system brings 3 to 5 inches. Lake effect adds another 2 to 4 inches. Syracuse, you are perfectly positioned for this. Snow begins Friday afternoon around 4 p.m., intensifies Friday evening, continues through Saturday with lake enhancement, 6 to 10 inches likely with higher amounts in the Tug Hill region where locally over a foot is possible, Watertown, New York, 8 to 12 inches Friday night through Saturday with possible lake enhancement Sunday bringing additional accumulation. Utica and Rome, snow, Friday evening through Saturday, 5 to 8 inches. Albany, snow begins Friday evening around 7 p.m. Continues through Saturday morning, 3 to 5 inches. Binghamton, snow Friday evening through Saturday morning, 4 to 6 inches. Elmira, 5 to 7 inches Friday evening through Saturday. Now here S where the coastal transfer happens. Energy moves offshore Saturday morning and a low pressure system develops off the New England coast. It stays far enough offshore that major cities avoid big snow, but it does enhance snowfall in interior areas. Burlington, Vermont, snow begins Friday evening around 6 p.m. Continues through Saturday afternoon, 4 to 6 inches. Montpelier, similar timing, 4 to 7 inches. Rutland, Vermont, 5 to 8 inches. Portland, Maine, and this is where the coastal low brings some enhancement. Snow begins Friday night around 11 p.m., continues through Saturday evening, 4 to 7 inches with higher amounts along the immediate coast where the ocean low provides extra lift. Bangor, Maine, snow begins late Friday night. Continues through Saturday evening, 5 to 8 inches. Augusta, Maine, 4 to 7 inches. Lewiston and Auburn, 4 to 6 inches. Concord, New Hampshire, snow begins Friday night around 10 p.m. Continues through Saturday afternoon, 3 to 6 inches. Manchester, New Hampshire, similar timing, 3 to 6 inches. Nashua, 2 to 5 inches. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 3 to 6 inches with the coastal low enhancement. Now for southern New England, the amounts drop off significantly because the coastal low stays offshore. Boston, snow begins late Friday night around midnight, continues through Saturday afternoon, 2 to 4 inches in the city. Northern and western suburbs could see 3 to 5 inches. Worcester, Massachusetts, you will do better than Boston, 3 to 6 inches. Springfield, Massachusetts, 2 to 4 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, 1 to 3 inches Saturday morning through Saturday afternoon. Hartford, Connecticut, snow begins Saturday morning around 6 a.m. Continues through early afternoon, 1 to 3 inches. New Haven, Connecticut, mainly a coating to 2 inches. And for the major cities along the I-95 corridor, this stays mostly offshore. New York City, scattered snow showers Saturday. The 5 boroughs will see mainly a coating to 1 inch. Northern suburbs in Westchester and Rockland counties could see 1 to 3 inches. Newark, similar to New York City. Mainly a coating with higher amounts in northwestern New Jersey. Philadelphia, cloudy Saturday with a few flurries or light snow showers. Accumulation's not expected in the city. The Poconos will see accumulating snow, though, possibly 2 to 4 inches. Now let me address what many of you are really wondering about, that Valentine's Day week storm I keep mentioning. This is where things get very interesting, and the confidence is growing that this will be a significant weather event for a large portion of the country. Here is what we know right now on Wednesday, February 5th. A strong upper-level trough is going to dig into the western United States early next week. At the same time, a ridge of high pressure builds into the eastern United States. This pattern, ridge in the east and trough in the west, is a classic setup for storm development. Current model guidance shows low pressure developing near the Four Corners region Monday, February 10th or Tuesday, February 11th. This low then tracks east-northeast across the central United States Tuesday through Thursday. Now, the exact track is still uncertain, and that track will determine who sees what. But let me give you the likely scenarios. If the storm tracks from Oklahoma through Missouri and into the Great Lakes, cities from Oklahoma City to St. Louis to Chicago to Detroit would see significant snow on the northern side of the system. Meanwhile, cities from Dallas to Little Rock to Memphis to Nashville to Louisville would be in the warm sector with severe thunderstorm potential. If the storm tracks further south from Texas through Arkansas into Tennessee and the Carolinas, the winter weather would shift south into areas like Dallas, Little Rock, Memphis, Nashville, and potentially into North Carolina. The severe weather would be further south across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. If the storm tracks further north, from Colorado through Nebraska into Iowa and Wisconsin, heavy snow would impact Denver, Omaha, Des Moines, and potentially into Minneapolis. Severe weather would stretch from Kansas through Missouri into Illinois and Indiana. Right now, based on ensemble guidance and the pattern evolution, I am leaning toward a track somewhere between the first and second scenarios. That would put the storm track from Oklahoma or southern Kansas through Missouri into southern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. If that verifies, and again, this is still 7 days out, here is what we to be looking at. Oklahoma City, storm arrives Tuesday afternoon and evening. If you are on the cold side, wintry mix to snow. If you are in the warm sector, severe thunderstorms with large hail and tornadoes possible. Tulsa, similar situation to Oklahoma City. Tuesday evening into Wednesday. Wichita, Kansas, better chance of being on the cold side. Potential for heavy snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. Kansas City, this could be a big snow for you. Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning. If this track holds, you could be looking at significant accumulation. Too early for numbers, but this is one to watch. Columbia, Missouri, snow potentially heavy Tuesday night into Wednesday. St. Louis, major winter storm potential Tuesday night through Wednesday if this track holds. Could see significant snow accumulation. Springfield, Illinois, in the bullseye for heavy snow if the track I am thinking happens. Tuesday night through Wednesday. Peoria, similar to Springfield, potentially heavy snow. Chicago, if the track is right, you could see significant snow Tuesday night into Wednesday, but a track 50 miles either way changes everything. Indianapolis, another city that could see major snow if this track verifies. Tuesday night through Wednesday. Fort Wayne, heavy snow potential Tuesday night through Wednesday. Dayton, Ohio, snow potentially heavy Wednesday. Columbus, similar to Dayton, Wednesday could bring significant snow. Cincinnati, you are in a tricky spot, could be on the rain-snow line. Tuesday night through Wednesday. Louisville, likely in the warm sector with severe weather Tuesday evening, then a changeover to snow Tuesday night or Wednesday. Now, for cities in the warm sector, severe weather is a real concern. Dallas and Fort Worth, if you are in the warm sector Tuesday afternoon and evening, expect thunderstorms with the potential for large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. Shreveport, similar severe weather potential Tuesday evening. Little Rock, severe thunderstorms Tuesday evening with a potential changeover to winter weather Tuesday night. Memphis, likely in the warm sector Tuesday evening with severe thunderstorm potential. Changeover to winter weather Tuesday night is possible. Nashville, severe weather Tuesday evening. Possible changeover to winter weather late Tuesday night or Wednesday. Paducah, Kentucky, likely on the rain-snow line. Tuesday night into Wednesday. Evansville, Indiana, similar to Paducah. Tricky forecast on the rain-snow line. Birmingham, Alabama. If the track is further south, you could see severe weather Tuesday evening. Huntsville on the northern edge of the warm sector. Severe weather possible Tuesday evening. Jackson, Mississippi. Severe weather potential Tuesday if the track is south. Now, the temperature setup for this is remarkable. Remember that Arctic air Saturday? By Tuesday, temperatures will be dramatically warmer. Oklahoma City goes from a high of 28 degrees Saturday to a high of 55 degrees Tuesday. 27-degree temperature rise. Kansas City, Saturday, high of 20 degrees. Tuesday, high of 48 degrees. 28-degree jump. St. Louis, Saturday, high of 22 degrees. Tuesday, high of 58 degrees. 36-degree temperature rise in 3 days. Chicago, Saturday high of 8 degrees, Tuesday high of 40 degrees. 32-degree swing. Indianapolis, Saturday high of 15 degrees, Tuesday high of 48 degrees. 33-degree increase. Nashville, Saturday high of 30 degrees, Tuesday high of 65 degrees, 35 degrees warmer. Memphis, Saturday high of 32 degrees, Tuesday high of 67 degrees. This temperature gradient, this clash between the cold air that's in place and the warm air surging north is what gives storms their energy. It's what creates severe weather and heavy snow. The other thing that makes this setup interesting is the moisture. The storm system will have direct access to Gulf of Mexico moisture. That's why the severe weather potential is significant, and it is also why snow totals could be impressive on the cold side of the system. Now, I want to be clear about the uncertainty here. We are 7 days out. The exact track could shift. The timing could change. The intensity could be different. But what I am confident about is that a significant weather event is likely for a large portion of the country Tuesday through Thursday of next week. And here is something else to consider. The extended models are showing another potential storm system around February 15th or 16th. So this could be the start of an active pattern through the middle of the month. For the West Coast, your pattern is changing too. Los Angeles, your next rain chance arrives Tuesday, February 11th. Could be moderate to briefly heavy Tuesday afternoon and evening. A quarter to half inch of rain likely. San Diego, light to moderate rain Tuesday. A tenth to a quarter inch. San Francisco, heavier rain Tuesday through Thursday. 1 to 2 inches likely with gusty winds. Sacramento, good soaking rain Tuesday through Thursday, 1 to 1.5 inches. Fresno, rain Tuesday and Wednesday, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Bakersfield, rain Tuesday, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Portland, Oregon, rain arrives Wednesday and continues through Friday, 1 to 2 inches in the valleys. Eugene, similar to Portland, 1 to 2 inches. Medford, rain Wednesday through Friday, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Seattle, rain Wednesday through Friday, 1 to 2 inches in the lowlands. Spokane, you could see a rain-snow mix Wednesday into Thursday as colder air filters in. For the mountains, this storm brings heavy snow. Lake Tahoe, heavy snow Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 4 feet possible above 7,000 feet. Mammoth Mountain could see 3 to 5 feet. Mount Hood, heavy snow Wednesday through Friday, 2 to 3 feet at higher elevations. Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, heavy snow Wednesday through Friday, 1 to 3 feet. This is the storm that ski resorts have been waiting for. Denver, you are on the front end of this system. Snow possible Monday night into Tuesday as the trough digs in. Too early for amounts, but it is something to watch. Colorado Springs, similar to Denver, snow possible Monday night and Tuesday. Cheyenne, Wyoming, snow Monday night into Tuesday. Casper, Wyoming, snow Monday night and Tuesday. Salt Lake City, snow possible Monday night into Tuesday as the system develops. Now let me bring this all together because I know it is a lot of information. Tonight through Thursday morning, System 1 brings snow to the Carolinas, Virginia, Tennessee, and Kentucky. 1 to 3 inches in spots with a glaze of ice in eastern North Carolina. Friday through Saturday, System 2 brings accumulating snow to the Midwest and Northeast. 2 to 10 inches depending on location, with the highest amounts in the Great Lakes and interior Northeast. Saturday brings dangerous, life-threatening cold to the northern plains and Midwest. -20 degrees in spots with wind chills approaching -50 degrees. Sunday through Tuesday, rapid warm-up begins. Temperatures rise 30 to 40 degrees from Saturday to Tuesday in many locations. Tuesday through Thursday, System 3, the Valentine S-Day storm, brings the potential for severe weather in the south and significant winter weather across a corridor from the southern plains through the Midwest. Exact details still uncertain, but confidence is growing that this will be a high-impact event. Weekend of February 15th and 16th, potential for another system. Pattern remains active. So here's my advice. Get through tonight's snow if you are in the affected areas. Prepare for dangerous cold this weekend. Enjoy the warm-up early next week, but stay alert for that Valentine S-Day week storm because it has the potential to be the most significant weather event of February. Make sure you drop a comment with your city, and I'll provide more specific details for your location. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I'll be posting daily updates as we track these systems. The weather pattern is shifting. We're moving out of that stagnant cold pattern into something more active and dynamic. And I'll be here breaking it down every step of the way. Thanks for watching. Stay safe in this